There is nothing greater in the world than speaking your true voice.
A true voice has to be loud.
This program really healed my heart.
Giving my voice an outlet.
And I'm now a podcaster, okay?
I'm just grateful, just really experiencing gratitude.
It's been a great experience.
I'm so grateful to have found my voice.
Who I am is ending racism, and that is my true voice. And I really got it.
I did it. I broke through something.
And that's the power of speaking your true voice.
Hello everyone, my name is Jackl and I'm taking the True Voice Podcasting Mastermind course. And I just wanted to say that it's been amazing. And there's three things I really like about it, my favorite things about it. One of my favorite things is I'm being exposed to people who've done it before and know what they're doing. And hearing people talk about their actual experiences has given me a new access to what might be possible. Two, I love being in the class and working with my buddy and working with the other people in the class, because I get to see how different people are approaching this and thinking about it, and it stimulated my looking at what do I want to communicate and what is my true voice and what would be authentic for me to want to express out into the world and to grapple with the realities of what it would take to do that. So that's, I'm going to say, my favorite thing about the True Voice Podcasting Mastermind. What makes True Voice Podcasting with Dr. Fred unique is that it's really a group of us working together to actually express ourselves authentically and to learn the tricks and techniques of podcasting as an art and as a science and as an engineering discipline. And being able to work with my fellow classmates and Dr. Fred and all the brilliant people he brings in to actually get us to the point where we can launch and start producing podcasts that are relevant, that reach out to our audience and express who we are and what we're up to. There's no question that I would recommend True Voice Podcasting Mastermind to any prospective participant interested in getting their voice out in the world. It's a great exercise. It's been very useful. Definitely worth every moment. This has definitely been, working with Dr. Fred, working with the Mastermind course has been very interesting and informative and transformative. I'm not sure it was always pleasant. I have occasionally had to deal with myself and deal with the areas that I didn't want to deal with. But I've learned a tremendous amount and had a tremendous amount of joy and enjoyment and pleasure working with the participants, listening to Dr. Fred speak to us, listening to the people he brings in, and interacting with everyone to get at my authentic voice. So it's been great, and I highly recommend it. So I would recommend Dr. Fred as a mentor if somebody wanted to learn how to be an effective podcaster. Now, I'm not an expert podcaster. I'm literally just learning. I'm getting my feet wet in this, but I have done a lot of presentations. I do a lot of public speaking, and I really feel like Dr. Fred has something to offer in all those fronts and in the particulars of podcasting as a medium for expressing your voice. It's not the same as other things. There are distinctions and details that are different and distinct, although much of it I am finding can be applied to any medium through which you're trying to give an authentic voice to what you have to say. So I would definitely recommend him as a mentor, and if you're interested in that and you can get Dr. Fred to agree, you should do it.
Hi, what's my favorite thing about True Voice Podcasting Mastermind? Well, I love that we are going to end up with 4 episodes of our very own podcast with our own brand, knowing our tribe, and that we are working with experts in the field who know what they're doing. They know how to distribute. They know how to produce. They know how to help us get our brand, great. And I have always wanted to have a show. I just didn't know how to do it. And so when I was offered the opportunity to be in Dr. Fred's course, I couldn't get in fast enough. It's just something I've always wanted to do. I want to inspire people. I want people to be able to tell their stories and get their greatness. And I want the whole world to, be uplifted and elevated into a whole new realm of living where, happiness is our natural state. So I am so excited to be part of this course. If you have something that you want to say, if you have a message that you want to get out, please jump in. We want you as part of it. It's an unbelievable group of people. We're collaborating. I love that it's developmental, so we're learning as we go. And really, come join us. This is really fun. It's really great. It's a little bit, overwhelming, but in a great way. But it's really exciting. So join us. Thanks for the opportunity, Dr. Fred, and we'll see you at our next session. Bye. Hi, what makes True Voice Podcasting with Dr. Fred unique is Dr. Fred. He is such a stand for us to have our true voice, and he gets so excited when anyone shares their true voice. It's like you just, you're kind of like, oh, is this really something I could share? And with Dr. Fred, you just feel like, yes, this is our voice. It's okay to speak it. It's okay. You're validated. You just kind of jump on the excitement of him and the rest of the course. And, it's a collaboration. It's developmental. And we're part of something. We're part of the ground floor. So it's really fun and it's an exciting time to get into the course. See you soon. I would totally recommend True Voice Podcasting to anyone who's interested in getting their voice out to the world. With Dr. Fred, you get to not only express your voice, but fine-tune it, figure out what your brand is, and feel like, sometimes I have a thought, well, who am I to be doing this? Or, isn't this stupid? Well, no. In this course, you feel like it's perfect. Whatever's in your heart, whatever's there for you to say is just perfect. And I haven't been in another atmosphere like this where I'm just fired up to keep going and to keep exploring. And it's okay that I don't know. It's okay that I'm a little overwhelmed. You just keep going all together, and it's fantastic. Overall, this experience is both pleasant and transformative. I've been growing and, standing by my vision more than ever before. I get more and more excited every time I get to share it with the course that I think my brand now is about creating freedom. And that's what I've been doing. And I wasn't really clear about it before. So I think it's pleasant. It's pleasant because it's fun, because it's exciting, because, I've always wanted to have a show, and now I actually am, in action. I don't have to know what I'm doing. We have experts everywhere. And so I can relax. And that's transformative to me because I'm a worrier, but I can relax and know they got me and we're going to learn, and one step at a time. So it's a lot of fun. I would totally recommend Dr. Fred as a mentor if somebody wants to learn how to be an effective podcaster. He's done it. If he doesn't know the answer, he'll get an expert, and you can just relax and enjoy the ride because he's there, he's for us, and he's all about us having our true voice. So, yes, I definitely do. Thank you.
Welcome to the wonderful world of podcasting. according to True Voice. I'm Jackie Simmons, and where I am in the whole podcasting process right now is way, way better than where I was before coming into True Voice. It's not my first rodeo. I've been a radio show host. I have 2 different podcasts, one for my mission to make teen suicide a thing of the past, and the other for me. And there's a problem. Nobody knows they exist, or let's just say almost nobody. I have friends who've subscribed and never listened because I didn't understand that the only reason someone would want to listen to me is because I was speaking truth, not what everybody else was talking about, not what anybody else was talking about. Finally getting to the place where my voice sounds like me 100% of the time. This is the most exciting moment. And yeah, I can still get caught up in making it cute and coming up with names. And the reality is, while I believe that putting your own emotional oxygen mask on first is a requirement before you can help anybody else, just like on an airplane, what I know to be true is I have a unique perspective on the world. And so, sometimes your first idea might be your best idea. We'll see. In the meantime, if you are willing to let your voice be heard, your true voice, this is the program to be in. At least that's what's proven true for me. I'm Jackie Simmons, and when it comes to podcasting and understanding podcasting, True Voice Podcasting starts from a very different premise than anyone else who's ever tried to help me get my voice into the world. It starts with it being fun. Dr. Fred put fun in the middle of podcasting, so funcasting? We'll just call it funcasting. When it's my voice, it's fun. Why? Because I get to live into what I believe, which is you can't do it wrong. And when I get to live into what I espouse to my clients and students, my voice is heard in a whole new way. So, funcasting, I highly recommend it. Recommending. Giving testimonials, not necessarily my strong suit. There's always confusion possible in my brain that says, oh, was it because of this program or was it because of that program? It wasn't just one thing ever. And sometimes I can say that this mastermind, this one thing, has moved the needle further faster on me finding my voice and expressing my voice in the world. I absolutely trust that everything that I need is here. And that says a lot for me, because it ain't my first rodeo. Okay, now let's talk about what's true. Truth, when it comes to having a true voice and exploring it and working through this mastermind process, which is a unique experience, and I've been in other masterminds. The one point that I want to highlight is the magic around always having the right people in the room when we go into a breakout room, always having an interesting conversation and an idea and support. What would your life be like if you always knew the right person was going to show up in the breakout room to help move you forward? Welcome to the magic. of the True Voice Podcasting Mastermind. Transformed how I view magic and how I view podcasting as fun. There's a saying that when you go into the jungle, always take a guide. A compass, a cell phone, all of these tools cannot help you anticipate what might be under your foot on your next step. Dr. Fred can do that. So if you're coming into the podcasting world and you're looking for a guide, don't look any further than Dr. Fred. Have a talk, have a call. Get to know him. It's a jungle out there. Get a good guide.
My favorite thing about True Voice Podcasting is the impact that it's having on my life. I really am having fun just looking at where am I in my life, or who am I in my life. I'm questioning all the things I thought I knew about myself and about my environment and about others. And what I'm discovering is that we are all so much more robust and fun and alive than I've been giving myself credit for and giving other people credit for. And that was hard to see in a lot of respects, but what a great benefit to see it and to share that with people and to see the impact on my life and the life of the people around me. Dr. Fred asks questions and allows us the space to really just look for ourselves in our lives and experiment with the course and see how things will impact us, and is that true for us, and really just guides us gently and effectively through the process of discovering your own true voice, something that we probably all thought we had before the course started, and something that has evolved into something much more than I ever expected from the course. And the intimacy that's being created in the course just allows for more and more to be uncovered and discovered. It's joyful. I would recommend True Voice Podcasting to anyone who is interested in exploring their life and finding their true voice and seeing the impact that has on their life, and then sharing that impact with others, either through a podcast or just through your normal interactions with people, or the things that you discover that you really want to impact in the world. It's been a gift of communication and just allows me to be so present and respectful of people and allow them to be who they are and respond to me in ways that honor our relationship. Yes, I would heartily recommend it to anyone who's interested in any of those things. The experience that I've had during the course has been, while sometimes challenging, it's been enjoyable and transformative in many, many ways. The Creative 8 exercises are amazing at just locating yourself somewhere where you can see your life in a whole different perspective in that moment. But the thing I really enjoy most is the interviews. I've been able to be intimate and vulnerable and available with people, and them with me at some level that I never get to realize every time, like these interviews provide. And some of the people I have known well and some not as well, but the level of intimacy and love that gets generated is priceless every time. Dr. Fred has been a wonderful mentor and coach, very loving, experienced, grounded. He truly has an interest in people finding their true voice and expressing that in the world, however they would like to do it. He's an excellent podcaster and has an amazing podcast and program that he's put together. And if you decide that you would like to be a podcaster, I have no doubt that he would provide you with the experience and tools that you need. But beyond that, he really has a commitment that every person finds their true voice and expresses it in the world in a way that benefits humanity. And that to me is much more organic and needed in our world today.
So, could you share your favorite thing about the True Voice Podcasting Mastermind? Absolutely. One of the favorite things is the expansion that it's given me in my life. The expansion to reach down inside of myself and literally speak from the truth beyond hiding. And I've just dropped my first podcast to be professionally masterminded, and I'm super excited because it's had me face my fear. It's had me see that the only one that stops me from going down the hero's journey or the heroess's journey is me. And in this course, I literally got a chance to face that, be with it, embrace that it's there. It's been there a long time to protect me, and go forward. Thank you. Hi. The question is, what makes True Voice Podcasting with Dr. Fred unique? Well, first off, Dr. Fred is one of the first people to ever create a True Voice Podcasting course. Named True Voice Podcasting so powerfully because it's had me literally be access to my true voice, not only as I've been recording and practicing and delivering and being on a roller coaster ride and looking into the camera right now straight on, to just say that I love how Dr. Fred has taken us on this journey. And what I love is he's been on it himself. He's been expanding himself so we could expand. And I am so clear on that. He has brought major players into the group to share their knowledge with us, one of which I recently went past my own fear and pressed a button to have the most amazing time of my life with my very first podcast possibility that's going to be produced, that was just dropped to be masterminded and produced. And I'm excited about the future. When I came into this course, I was like, oh yeah, I kind of want to be a podcaster at some point. Now, like as things are coming together, I can literally see where, you know, we could be dropping things like advertisements, we could be dropping like merchandise. Like it's like, I just realized recently that, I'm looking in the camera, that I just had a lot of things start to show up around potential people that I could have conversations with for the podcast, which is titled Engage with the Unknown. So Kathryn Stroehlein, when she came into this podcasting course, was all over the place. And you know what? She's perfect right there, just as she is. Guess why? Because Dr. Fred could sense that when we were on this wobbly ride, and he would just call us back to our chairs and call us back from wherever it was that we were, because literally when you're taking on something so unknown, you know, it can get a little wobbly when your brain is accessing new things. And I love, like there were times I didn't love the velocity with which information was coming to me, but I learned to take that on and be with it. and process it and give it time to settle in and not be the one that was going to leave because of it. So Dr. Fred, like with your background, like you are the perfect person to have dropped this course. And I am really experiencing myself in a new way everywhere in my life and with new potential areas to open up to with my true voice. You brought it out by creating this podcasting course for us. And thank you to Hilary Burns for like inviting me to this course. I appreciate you. And Sean, big time. So here's the question. Would you recommend True Voice Podcasting Mastermind to other prospective participants interested in getting their voice out to the world? Absolutely, 100%. And I have reached out to some people. One person did sign up for the next course, and I can see that I have some conversations to go back to with who I am now in this moment as I've come through the ride here on True Voice Podcasting. So yes, absolutely. Here's the coolest thing. Whether you want to be a podcaster, whether you want to get your voice out into the world, your voice is already out into the world every day you step into it. The coolest part is on this ride, you get real with what your true voice actually is, and you get access, because I did get access to what my true voice is when she speaks the truth and when she listens powerfully and when she engages in life. And so, like, literally, yes, I definitely would. So the question is, overall, is the experience pleasant or transformative? So absolutely 100% transformative for me. The person I came in to this course being was not even someone that I knew was going to end up being where she is right now. And so I would say it's just an absolutely transformative rock and roll experience. 100%. Period, exclamation, exclamation, exclamation. The second question, name one aspect of the course to this point that has left you inspired or empowered. I am both. I am inspired and empowered. So I just had the opportunity to complete and literally be trained to have a conversation that made a huge difference, not only in my life, but in the life of the amazing gentleman that I was gifted the opportunity to have a conversation with. And that gentleman is Sanyika. And he is an amazingly poetic, powerful, self-expressed, self-aware human being. And Dr. Fred really put that out. He gives so many bonuses and opportunities inside of this course. He's a true mastermind. And so I just had the opportunity to put in to be produced a very powerful completion, I want to say, of my very first mastermind project, to be masterminded and produced, to be put out into the airwaves. And I am so proud of what took place, because all of the training that I had, the preparation, the research, being comfortable, if I wanted to drink a little bit of water or something in the middle of I did, because I got to be truly me. I got to be relaxed with me. I got to be up against me in a sense that I created camaraderie with the side of me that wants to take me the opposite way down the road and take me back home instead of continuing on the journey going forward. And this has been this total roller coaster, beautiful, smooth ride, bumpy ride, treacherous ride, only because I made it that way, and I am so proud of who I am right now. So I am definitely inspired and empowered. And that's my true voice. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Fred, for what you've given me for my life, and thank you to me for stepping. With gratitude, Kathryn. Okay, so I'm just coming off of the question 5, and I got very moved by that question. So this is the optional question, and I would want to answer every single one of Dr. Fred's questions. The question is, would you recommend Dr. Fred as a mentor if somebody wanted to learn how to be an effective podcaster? Yes, I absolutely would. Gosh, where do you start? Well, when I came into this program, I was like, oh, I think I want to be a podcaster. Maybe I want to be a podcaster. I'm not sure if I want to be a podcaster. I wasn't even willing to commit completely to being a podcaster. And I am now. I am now. And it's the leadership, how about being speechless? Like, I'm one that always has many words, and I'm absolutely speechless too. Be given this opportunity to elaborate. I now speak my truth in places in my life I never would have. I didn't have the capacity to step into the shoes that I've stepped into now. And Dr. Fred was the mentor that literally, really guided me. Just by being who he is, he knows how to navigate like people's emotions and be someone who listens, gets you. Like the time that I was literally on the second week ready to walk the other way and leave to who I am today, grounded, a creator, like magnificence. I know my magnificence. I've stepped higher each time, each week, stepped higher and higher into the self I am today, the one who feels completely at home right now. Just being. Just being here right now. I have a whole new background behind me because I was willing to take steps. I was willing to engage with the people in the course. I reached out to Dr. Fred, and he was always willing to take my calls. I stepped into leadership and led a pod when I've never done anything like that. In other times in life, I have been called to that by people who could see my leadership, and I didn't see it, or it was going to be too much work. That's what my brain said. And to just going, bam, I'm in. I'm going to take this on. I just feel so magnificent. And, you know, somebody that I've been is like, all over the place, oh my God, like that. That's what I look like. And just to be this relaxed in front of the camera right now, just being me. Being me. That's because of you, Dr. Fred. Somebody wanted to learn how to be an effective podcaster. I believe you have to become centered, grounded in yourself, as well as be able to handle the newness of everything that you'll step into. Dr. Fred is a leader, a mentor, a mastermind. He's vulnerable. He's shown us his vulnerable side so that we could allow ourselves to be seen. He stays the course. He's doing many things behind the scenes, not only forwarding the course, but having his life, having a life with his wife and doing everything, like traveling. There was one point where he was traveling the country and he would show up on Monday night. There were times when he didn't have the bandwidth because, whatever reason it was, like he got in the car, drove to where he could get bigger bandwidth so that he could be with us. Gosh, like I just want to sit with all of that. Like I see myself in all of that. I see myself calling myself to that space because of the example that Dr. Fred is. And I want to thank you, Dr. Fred, immensely for the magnificence of who you are and who I get to be.
Hi, my name is Kaelin, and my favorite thing about the True Voice Podcasting Mastermind is that I'm learning to find my voice. It's been a problem for me to really speak my truth and to actually use my own voice to do that. And I feel like through the process of doing small interviews and answering questions and being a part of this mastermind, it's not just here's the technical aspects of it, but that we're taking the time to learn what our own voice is. That's my favorite part of this mastermind. Hi, what I think makes Dr. Fred's True Voice Podcasting unique is that we are working on getting our own authentic voice during the podcast class. I've attended a number of other podcast classes, and they all focused on the technical and what microphone you needed and the services that you needed, and none of them talked about finding your own voice. And I think that's what makes this particular class very unique, and I know it's something that I really need. So I'm very happy to be here, and that's what I think makes this particular class unique. I absolutely am talking to people and recommending this particular podcast class to my friends and my family and the people that I know are interested in a podcast. Again, the reason I think this is such a unique class is that it really helps us, or is helping us, get our true voice, our authentic selves ready for this process. I'm very happy to recommend this class. I'm finding this experience in Dr. Moss's class to be transformative. I am inspired to do a podcast. What has held me back is knowing what my own voice is and not being afraid to put it forward. This has been a hindrance for me for decades. And so getting to a point of empowerment and being able to speak my truth is the transformation that I am currently going through in Dr. Moss's podcast class. At this point in time, early in the podcasting classes, I've only had a chance to talk with Dr. Moss for a very few minutes. And so it's really kind of difficult at this point to say, yes, I would absolutely recommend Dr. Moss to be a mentor. For me, yes, I'm so thrilled to be here and I love what he's telling me. And I would like just a little bit more experience with Dr. Moss before I would say, yes, I absolutely would recommend him as a mentor. At this point in time, for me, I'm glad he's my mentor, and I will happily tell people that.
Oh, thank you so much, Fred. And you know how we first got introduced? Mark Victor Hansen gave me your name and email. And I was like, oh, he sounds interesting. I went to your website and your perspective on mental health just blew me away. And then when we had the interview, I was like, oh my gosh, you are just incredible. And your philosophy towards helping others is just groundbreaking. And then you said you were doing this podcasting mastermind. And I was like, well, I already have a podcast, but there's something in my heart that said, go with him, just do it. So I just followed that. I didn't really follow like where I was at or what help I needed, but I actually did need the help that your mastermind provided, the TVP.
Awesome.
Yeah. So I would say in the beginning of the True Voice Podcasting Mastermind, I felt like I had it all going on. I was organized and everything, but the mastermind felt like chaos to me. And like, oh my gosh, I don't know what's going on. I don't know why I'm here. And then as the program evolved, I really made some deep connections with some of the participants. And I found that I could guide them and also learn from them. And specifically, Simmons was amazing. And she had me on her show, on her suicide prevention show. And I actually revealed my own attempt to commit suicide when I was a child, and I had never shared that. And so it was like this journey that I really never expected to be on. And then when you started bringing on these experts, I was truly blown away. I mean, you really brought the cream of the crop for experts and what we could learn from them and what they've done in the past and how they've made money and how we can do it too. So I feel like, and now we're kind of going into the editing and being an expert on that. And I really felt like it evolved into a master class for podcasting. It felt like, oh, maybe I don't need to be here. This is easy. I've been here, to like, yes, there is so much more for you to learn. And I was truly blown away by the content of the mastermind. It was really amazing how just one person can shift your whole destiny and what you're doing. And then I have to say, I'm still like excited. I love You Inspired. And during the TVP mastermind, I had an idea in integrating business and spirituality, because I'm a spiritual healer. I teach meditation and I work with corporations. I thought of this idea, Zen success.
Love it.
Thank you. Move from force to flow. So that is going to be my new podcast that I'm going to be launching, and I'm so excited. Well, I would say, first of all, if you're serious about this, find a mentor, find someone who's done it before, or sign up for Fred's class, TVP Mastermind, that has everything that you need all in one space.